It's a dream chased by thousands of Brits each year.
Number one's the weather.
Heading to Europe to set up new lives and businesses in the sun.
Are you ready?
They're seduced by gorgeous scenery.
It's just about the space out here. There's so much space.
Year-round sun and a better, cheaper way of life.
Our living room in London, you'd fit in 4 times.
But how easy is it to turn the dream into a reality?
Money's dripping in and flooding out.
In this series, we follow those expats as they say goodbye, England.
I think a pole.
And begin their new lives, setting up bars and restaurants in Spain.
That's what we're talking about, girlfriend.
Gîtes and B&Bs in France.
Totally and utterly out of my depth.
When nothing is ever as simple as it sounds.
It's probably not good for my blood pressure, yes.
It can fail, but it won't fail. Not if I've got anything to do with it.
On today's show,
We're in trouble.
problems for this French B&B.
It has hit us very, very badly.
Can this exclusive hotel
And breathe.
host a wedding without a hitch?
They've got 2.5 hours to set everything up. That's not a lot of time.
Go, 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 go.
And a big catch for one expat.
Shark, man. Tiger.
But will his former pupil manage to impress?
If you guys see anything, please let me know, because the more eyes, the merrier.
The Andalusian hills in southern Spain. An idyllic inland paradise. The area is renowned for its stunning countryside, with acres of olive groves producing world-famous oil. Tapas was invented in Andalusia, and there are many great tavernas serving up their own specialities. The villages boast clusters of traditional white houses reflecting the typical Andalusian architecture. And now a couple of expats have discovered its unique beauty.
Oi, oi, oi. It's quite good looking. What do you think?
Ray and Ivon Williams left high-powered jobs in the UK to follow their dream of running this exclusive hotel in the heart of rural Spain.
What made us do it? I think because we just wanted a bit of excitement and we're not afraid of hard work. And from what we're doing now to what we were doing in the UK, our lifestyle has changed fundamentally, completely.
Ray and Ivon have spent over €1 million creating their dream luxury hotel.
I've eaten at some of the top restaurants and finest eating places on the planet. If we're going to do it, we must do it properly.
It will set you back €230 a night to stay in one of the 8 individually themed ensuite bedrooms.
This forecast was actually made for us, and the marble was made, the whole thing, and the sinks. Cost a fortune. If you have a vision of where you want to be and you're prepared to work hard, Spain is a wonderful country to enable you to do that.
But now the hotel is barely breaking even. So the couple are branching out into a new business, weddings.
One could argue for weddings, Ray's had a few and I've had a couple, so, you know, between us, we've got some experience of what we would want from a wedding.
I didn't want more than you.
Ray and Yvonne's new venture starts now. Rachel and James from Bolton have set their heart on this hotel for their wedding.
I know, it's lovely to tell you.
And have arrived to finalise the details.
He'll have a path going up to a circular area there with this lovely arbour over it.
The sunset will be over there. So you'll be probably facing that way, so that the backdrop, we get the timing just right. There'll be pinks, blues, greens.
It'll be like when you proposed, James.
Oh, where did you?
Over there, on top of that mountain.
In a few weeks, almost 100 wedding guests will descend on the hotel.
I kind of feel that it's got everything here that I wanted for my wedding, because it's something I always wanted to do it over here. It just ticks all the boxes, really.
As you come up the stairs to come in, they'll all stand up and applaud you, and then you'll walk through. It's really lovely. Oh, I'm getting all the... I love weddings. Oh,
Oh, I'm a complete emotional. Oh, definitely.
Everyone is starting to feel some pre-wedding jitters.
It is feeling exciting, but it's hard with the stress as well because we live in England and the wedding's in Spain. I think it makes it slightly more difficult to arrange things because obviously we're not here. But I found personally that initially when you say that you're getting married, you think dress, bridesmaid dresses, catering, all the big things. And then once they're done out of the way, you start panicking about all the smaller things that you'd not thought about. So that's what's been stressing me out. But now that we're here and we can see it all coming together, I feel a lot more relaxed.
Everyone will be.
Everybody be looking at
Oh,
you'll be fine. You won't be.
Have a brandy before.
Yeah, don't worry, you'll be fine.
With Rachel and James's big day in their hands, Ivon and Ray are about to take a leap into the unknown.
It's not your job to stress, it's our job to stress.
That's what you're here for.
Exactly. I take all the stress, I can't sleep.
Few regions sum up the beauty of France better than the Dordogne. Steeped in history and culture, it is famed for chateau-studded countryside and picturesque market towns, serving up some of the country's finest food. Alison and Richard Haylock left the Scottish borders 8 months ago to set up a B&B.
I've got shops all around me, but I have also got peace. I've got neighbours on both sides who are absolutely lovely, and a house which actually splits itself very easily into our area and a guest area. And frankly, it couldn't be better, could it?
No, we've been very lucky. It's come out right.
The couple have turned a traditional townhouse into a 2-bed B&B. They're now hosting their first guest, and Alison is feeling the pressure.
Without having had dinner on our very first night with a guest, I have now drunk a whole bottle. Oh well.
Julian is paying almost €300 for a 4-night stay, including dinner.
That's my guess, so I'm perfectly happy with that. He couldn't possibly have eaten the bones. That is my husband's, and my husband does tend to stuff himself on nibbles and all sorts of other things, so that is not acceptable, but never mind, it doesn't matter.
Nibbles? I didn't get a single olive. What have I come in here for? White wine.
Richard, you're not going to be lucky.
Oh, because Julian's drinking white wine.
Well, he isn't, because I've drunk it.
Well, he doesn't drink red.
We're in trouble.
So, having drunk her guest's favourite tipple...
I'm sorry.
Can the next-door neighbour help?
Hello, my darling. Do you have any white wine? Apparently our guest only drinks white wine. I didn't know that. I need white wine, not sweet. 2 bottles? You can give me a litre. I'm coming round.
Living in a small village like Mahoy certainly has its benefits. With friendly neighbours happy to come to the rescue.
Come here, Hugh.
Or maybe not.
My neighbour has given me a bottle of bottled water, which is lovely. So, yeah. Perhaps a misunderstanding on the telephone. No, I understand. I'll be okay on this.
It's all right.
Well, next time you have dinner with us, I'll make sure there's enough white wine. I'm sorry.
Don't worry about a thing. This is lovely.
Yes.
Not the best start.
I'm a trained teacher. I have enormous confidence in my ability to teach. I don't have that much confidence in my ability to do anything else. It's really silly. It should be better.
Well, at least you got a glass. Julian stayed 4 days at the Haylocks B&B.
Right, just going to have a look at our guest room.
It's given Alison food for thought.
I'm feeling my way to find out what works for me and what works for guests.
But how did Julian rate spending the night with the Haylocks?
When I went to bed, Alison said, "Oh, take some water up with you." At about 3 o'clock in the morning, with a bit of a heavy head anyway, I grabbed this bottle of water, and can you imagine? I took a huge swig of what I thought was going to be water, and it wasn't. It was fairly vinegary white wine. which sent me straight back to sleep again.
There we are. So that is the slightly yellow-coloured water, which really we should have noticed. Really, we should have noticed that was yellow.
Unfortunately, the wine mix-up wasn't the only issue.
I went back one day and found a dog asleep on my bed. I was not best pleased.
I have tried very hard to establish a dog-free zone, a dog-free experience for guests, because there is nothing worse than being subjected to other people's pets when you don't want to be, and we don't want that.
Despite all that, Alison and Richard get a thumbs up.
I think it's absolutely charming. It's everything that you look for in the Dordogne. There was a touch of Fawlty Towers about it. And Richard would make a very good John Cleese. But no, it was very comfortable, and I wish them both the best of luck.
But with more guests booked, can the Haylocks improve their service?
White wine.
The Costa del Sol, the coast of the sun, with long stretches of beaches and traditional Spanish villages dotted within its hills. A 3-bed villa with a pool and sea view can cost as little as €150,000 here. Nathan Williams left the rat race in Surrey to buy a fishing charter in Fuengirola, swapping a stressful commute for a new job virtually on his doorstep.
I haven't got an issue with driving for 20 minutes, especially as their traffic is about 70 cars and that's it. Whereas on the M25 it's 7,000 cars, so it's a big difference. Yeah, it's a nice way of life. I really enjoy it.
But 12 weeks in, and he still hasn't been able to take out any customers because of delays in receiving his captain's licence.
The licensing is definitely the biggest challenge because the Spanish out here don't like paperwork. So I've waited over a month for something that should have been 3 days.
Despite that, he's making good use of his time by giving the boat a deep clean.
A roll that must have been in there for God knows how long. Old caps, tainted with sweat, let's get rid of those. Old Dean's childhood clothing. Let's get some bins.
At least Dean's left a few useful things behind too.
These are all getting chucked from trucking. We need 15 rods max, and he's got 15. $42.
After 2 days of scrubbing, Nathan's happy with his boat. All he needs now is a licence.
Hello. Perfect. Have a good afternoon. Bye-bye. Good news. That was Dawn from the MTA, the head of the MTA. She said that we should get our paperwork at the end of next week. So that's the last step. So there's fingers crossed that I'll be able to take people out. Not next week, the week after.
The previous owner of Nathan's business is now 2,000 miles south on the Cape Verde Islands. Off the coast of West Africa, the islands have fantastic white beaches and year-round sun. It's fast becoming a package holiday hotspot, and Dean wants a slice of the tourist market.
Banana rides, bike rides.
So he's come to the island of Sal to see if setting up here is an option.
That's the beach fisherman. Does the beach fishing. I haven't met him yet.
Local tour guide Blinky's convinced he could make the move here.
There are obviously 1 or 2 boats that are already doing it here, but we could do it in another boat, especially with someone like Dean, because he's got character. So I guarantee there is definitely room for him to set up here, for sure.
Dean's tempted by the catch here on Cape Verde, but he needs to know the business will pay. To get the lowdown on the laws, he's visiting a local successful fisherman.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, my friend. How are you?
Fine.
Good?
Fine, thanks.
Okay. I've just sold my company in Spain. I had it there for 11 years, fishing there, and now I've just sold it. So that's why I'm coming here, because the fishing here is good. Is there any advice or pointers you can give me?
See, now for the charter of fishing, only with one Cape Verdean people.
I never knew this. So for me to start a business here, I have to involve a Cape Verde person.
Yes.
Huh? It's local. No easy. How do I find one person, Cape Verde, you can trust?
It's very, very difficult for you.
It's crazy.
Dean has no idea where to find a local deckhand he could rely on. This could be a major setback.
I definitely think there's a market for Dean's charter fishing here. Similar to what I've done with the charter fishing company in Spain. I think there's a market for it, I think there's an opening for it. But the only trouble is getting my business up and running. That's the problem. I don't want to come here and start a business and then fail. So I've got to be 100% sure in my head that I'm going to come here and start a good business.
Villanueva del Rosario, a typical white Spanish pueblo, or village, nestled in the heart of rural Spain. The village is only 35 minutes from Malaga Airport, but the peace and serenity of these hills feels a world away from the hustle and bustle of everyday life. It enjoys hot sunny days between June and September, with highs of around 35 degrees and virtually no rain. So it's a perfect place for expats Ray and Ivon to begin a new business, offering dream weddings in stunning surroundings. They need this new venture to generate extra income for their boutique hotel.
It's under control. Looks like a bit chaos at the moment, but everything's coming together.
But there's been some bad news. Yvonne's just learned that her mother has passed away back in England.
It's quite a difficult one, really, because, you know, you've got somebody's happiest day of their life coming up, which you're planning and organising and doing the big responsibility thing for. And at the same time, you've got the phone's rung and your mum's died. And so you want to be back in England supporting your dad, and you can't. So the only thing to do, and my mum would be proud of me for doing it, is to get on with it.
In a few hours, almost 100 guests from Bolton will descend on this exclusive and intimate hotel. Never before have Yvonne and Ray hosted such a big event.
We need to make sure it works.
That's easily dealt with.
Yeah, OK, if you could do that.
The ceremony and wedding breakfast are in the hands of the wedding planner.
They'd like Rachel to start having her makeup done fairly soon. She's having her nail repaired.
But this is Yvonne and Ray's business. They're charging €10,000 for today, so it must be flawless.
No, you haven't got to worry about anything. Off you go.
Right,
Going
so
down
I'll
to the bar.
explain this to you.
You're just
Each
looking after the
seat,
bar.
each
Okay.
person
I'm
has
Mr. Carrier. Okay.
stand on
No,
the
you're
bar
Mr.
stand.
Get out of the way bar.
And then in here, I've already...
As Yvonne stays inside to be at the beck and call of Rachel, Ray is manning the bar.
So we've got 4 barrels of beer.
But Ray's used to serving fine wine to his guests. This is going to be a totally different experience.
Apparently, Jagermeister is the in drink. I remember when it used to come in a sort of a holster, and you just had it as a digestive. I think we got 4 bottles of this.
In a couple of hours, the ceremony will begin, and the venue is nowhere near ready. The terraces need decorating and the tables to be laid. But it's the hottest part of the day, and no one's in a rush.
It's all right. They haven't got that long though, because they've all got to be ready by 6:30. And they've got to have this Kia Royal ready, lemonade and beer. They have, I think they've got 2.5 hours to set everything up. That's not a lot of time.
But finally, the caterers and bridal party get stuck in, and the terraces begin to take shape.
What's in here? Shoes, bridesmaid shoes.
Meanwhile, inside, Ivon has the daunting job of checking all the wedding outfits.
I had all this organised. I don't know what's happened. I think somebody's come in and disorganised everything. Like the boys' shirts are up there. They've all been ironed, pressed, and well, hopefully she's kept them all nice. They were all pressed.
It's 6 p.m. The glasses are charged, and now the guests are starting to arrive.
And breathe.
It's the moment Ivon and Ray have been waiting for.
I want to go the extra 1.5 miles, 3 miles, whatever, to make her day a very, very special occasion. And I know it will be. It will be wonderful. It'll be just... I get all tingly thinking about it.
Ivon and Ray have done all they can. There's no turning back for anyone. The only B&B in the village of Maroy-Sabel has been open for 2 weeks now.
Oh, goodness, that's nice.
Is that nice?
Oh, what? Wow. That is something else.
Though Alison and Richard are loving their new life, business is hardly booming. They've only had one guest. They must pull in some punters. So ex-salesman Richard is on a publicity push in Brantôme, a town 20 minutes south of Maroy.
So here we are, overlooking kayakers going down the River Dron in very, very warm conditions.
Often called the Venice of the Dordogne, the town sits on the Dron, a sheltered river making it popular for both boats and canoe trips. The town's medieval architecture and famous abbey attracts tourists throughout the year. But Richard's not looking for holidaymakers today. He has a cunning plan to target the local estate agents.
They have property in Maroy for sale. Therefore, by definition, they will have people visiting Maroy that need somewhere to stay. And how many places are there in Maroy to stay? 1!
But can Richard's new language skills seal this deal?
Monsieur, comment ça va? Nous avons une chambre d'hôte à Maroy, si vous en avez besoin.
Bien sûr. Des fois, nous avons des clients qui demandent chambre d'hôte sur le secteur ou des hôtels pour les accueillir quand ils viennent pour chercher une maison. Donc, au contraire.
Merci, monsieur. C'est tout, n'est-ce pas?
Pour moi, c'est bon.
Et vous avez un téléphone qui vous...
Oui, mais ils vont laisser un message. Il n'y a pas de problème.
Merci. Au revoir.
Très bon, Richard. He's not lost his sales patter, even in French.
Alison is just as persuasive as I am and would have made a very good salesperson, but her French is not that terrific.
I really, really must learn French because I'm still not really able to converse, and that's not good enough. That's not good enough by any standards, certainly not by my own. So a big effort is now about to be made on my part in order to improve this.
In a bid to boost her French, Alison's having lessons from her neighbour, Catherine.
Nous mangeons le petit déjeuner.
Non. Plus tard, on va le faire après. Attends. Là, tu es obligé de mettre le E.
Charming.
No, I'm not with you. You have to do it in English.
Oh dear.
Tu prends les verbes les plus compliqués.
Oui, très compliqué.
She's willing to learn. Yes, but French is quite difficult. So, and she always asking questions with particular things in grammar. So it's hard to explain.
We concluded that the difficulty was the fact that I understand English grammar, and if I didn't, it would have been a perfectly straightforward lesson. So I think I'm a bad pupil.
On the Costa del Sol, it's a big day for Nathan Williams. After months of waiting for his licence, he's now officially open for business.
I've just bought the business of a guy called Dean. Yeah, have you been out with him, have you?
No, I was going to go out, but I never...
He never got round to it? Oh, OK. Hi, guys. You all right?
Nathan can finally take customers out. He hopes for a big catch.
Hold on to the roof, just mind your head. White marlin, tuna, mahi-mahi. You catch sharks doing this as well. So really, it's just what's out there on the day.
This is Nathan's first day of work in his new job. A world away from his old life working in a large corporation in Surrey.
Chalk and cheese, massive difference. I actually enjoy it, which is makes a big difference in your working day if you're actually enjoying it.
Nathan thinks he has a great spot to drop anchor.
Right, guys, we've seen some really good activity over there. You look, the birds are hitting the water, just to sort of here, see the birds.
Now his customers can begin to fish. Nathan's not the only one spending the day at sea. Dean Hoyle, the man who sold Nathan his business, is continuing his fact-finding mission on the Cape Verdean island of Sal.
How are you doing, mate?
Good, mate. How are you?
Morning. Nice to see you.
And you, mate, and you.
Today, for the first time in years, he's not the man at the helm.
She's swimming out like this. Get away from me! Wait for me!
He's heading off for a recce trip of the Atlantic with local fisherman Carlos.
It's nice having someone else to do the work, and normally I'm doing it.
The fishing in Cape Verde is some of the best in the world, and Dean's a natural.
Fish on! Fish on! Whoa, go, baby, go, baby, go, baby, go. Feels like a tuna.
Eh?
I think tuna.
Maybe.
Feels like it.
Tuna.
Here he comes.
Yellowfin tuna.
Perfecto. Dinner tonight.
It's a great start for Dean. But over on the Costa del Sol, things are not going quite so well.
And look at all the splashing. There's tuna everywhere, mate.
An hour into his charter, and not one of Nathan's customers' rods has so much as twitched.
I mean, if a fish bites, it's pretty obvious, is it? Or... You hear the ratchet going, or you see the rod going like that. I'll take the rod.
But then, one of the rods springs into action. What will it be?
New type of fish we've got here. Seaweed.
Oh, great catch. This isn't the fishing experience that Nathan's customers were hoping for. But he's determined to put a positive spin on things.
But this is a really pleasurable way of fishing, isn't it? Because you can socialise, chat, drink, and then suddenly all hell breaks loose and you've got a fish going off.
Like this, you mean?
Fish on.
Pull it.
Whoa!
Team Nathan may not be seeing much action, but in Cape Verde, Dean appears to have hooked something huge.
Yeah, this is big. Maybe a bull shark? I don't know. It looks like. Pull it up.
Fish is swimming very fast. It's swimming back.
Fish is doing his job.
Yeah.
And the man is trying to do his.
Yeah, and the fish is doing better at the moment.
Come on, Dean! Back in Spain, what are you looking for?
Fish.
Things don't appear to be getting any better.
If you guys see anything, please let me know, because the more eyes, the merrier.
There's a plastic bag.
There's a bagfish.
Nathan's learning that the fishing business isn't as easy as he thought, or as simple as his mentor made it look.
False alarm.
Time for Plan B. Free drinks all round.
Do you guys want a drink? Well, help yourselves. Well, with Dean, you would have got warm, rusty ones. And his thinking behind it was that if they were warm and rusty, you guys won't drink them, so he doesn't have to buy beer. The word tight comes to mind. That's where we differ.
He may not have been the host with the most, but Dean knows how to pull things out of the drink.
Shark, man! Tiger!
Yeah, woo!
We jump. Tiger shark.
Tiger shark. Tangled in the line.
Oh, this is a big one. This is the last one. This one attacks, even if he's not angry, he attacks anyway.
What do you think size is this? 100 kilos?
200 and something kilos.
That's okay. See there?
There he goes.
But we got him.
The shark manages to break free and swims away, but it's still a good result.
43 minutes.
43 minutes. 43 minutes to bring up a tiger shark of about 400 pounds. This is a typical example of fishing in areas like this where you don't know what you're going to catch. There's no way of predicting what's going to take your lure, because you got tiger sharks, you got marlin, you got wahoo. There's so many different species that can take that. When you're trawling, it's unbelievable, and that's just a prime example.
In Spain, after 5 hours at sea and not a single bite, Nathan calls it a day.
It's good. I think people have enjoyed themselves. It's a shame about the lack of fish, but that's all I'm here to try and do, is to let people enjoy the afternoon.
No fish, but great. Nice boat, nice crew, nice people. That's all you can ask for, isn't it?
Nathan has a lot to learn. If he can't turn things round, he could be heading back to his 9-to-5 life. Over the past week, Dean has proved he has what it takes to fish the Atlantic.
Perfecto.
But will it be enough to convince him to move to Cape Verde?
There you go, mate.
Oh, Carlos.
The fish that 2 hours ago was swimming.
Oh, mate, that's beautiful. Look at that.
He's on your dish now.
What more can a man ask for? Thank you very much, Carlos.
You're welcome, sir.
You're a diamond, you're a diamond. You're a good man. Thank you, sir. Lovely jubbly.
Best fish 3 hours ago caught on my plate.
It's the summer in the Dordogne. Following a publicity drive, Alison and Richard Haylock have welcomed more customers to their new B&B. But they are now coming to terms with a big setback.
We have had 2 bookings. They came fairly quickly. Second couple came for 1 night, made a point of shaking hands with us both and saying what a pleasant stay they'd had. And then we had, out of nowhere, a negative review. And I think this has hurt us both because the points that were criticised, one of them was cleanliness. And we have worked our socks off to get this place clean. Was it your bathroom? It can't be. It was scrubbed from top to bottom. Your beds were clean, your room was clean, the dining room was clean. Can you please tell me which bit wasn't clean? But I think from that and from the fact that they said we weren't finished, I think it has hit us very, very badly. I think if we look at the points that were raised.
Alison and Richard need to draft a response to the bad review to try and salvage their reputation.
So we provide a brand new, clean, comfortable double bed.
And if you want to stay in Marroy, it costs you €85 because we're the only people in Marroy with bed and breakfast.
As novice B&B owners...
Got it out my system writing it.
Yes.
Alison in particular is finding it hard not to take this criticism personally.
Richard's an ex-salesman. To him, he says, would you like to buy this? People say no. He says, next person will say yes. I'm not like that. If I say, would you like this to buy this? And somebody says no, I go, oh, what did I do wrong? How did I put it wrong? I've got this all wrong. And so, you know, I've got to toughen up in the emotional attitude. I've got to change for that.
I'm very sorry that they were disappointed. I'm also very sorry that they didn't raise it with us personally before they left. However, the other guests we've had have made no such negative comments, and we have had other guests, and we're about to have some more.
So the job of bringing this B&B up to scratch starts now. Today, it's the decor. But with only €150 to spend, being thrifty will be key.
We still need a dressing table, or 2. We need a hall table. Did you bring your tape measure?
Yes.
Right. We need some more pictures, and I want some dog blankets. So that's quite a shopping list, really, isn't it?
It is.
Another day, more shopping. Oh, joy.
France is a second-hand shopper's paradise. Almost every town has a brocante selling a whole range of French antiques and unique knickknacks at knockdown prices. This shop sells anything from tribal ornaments and china dolls to lighting and all manner of electrical goods.
Oh dear. Not that one. I mean, that is sold, but the size of that is something that I do want. Husband, Alison, 1 whippet, 2 whippet, Dalmatian if necessary. Perfect size.
Ooh, cosy. But a sofa's not on Alison's shopping list today.
We've got an old house and it's got a miscellaneous collection of furniture in, and I've got an awful lot of walls that I'd rather people didn't focus on the walls, so we can cover them up with pictures.
Not sure that's an improvement. Or that.
Nah.
Oh, the dogs might like that.
Yes.
With prices of around €3 or €4 per picture, these will be an economical short fix for their B&B.
Bonjour, monsieur.
But can Alison get the prices down even further?
Alors 18, le tout, on va vous faire 15 euros. 15 euros le tout.
12.
Le tout, c'est 18. Le tout. Donc je vous propose 15 euros à la place de 18.
D'accord.
Voilà. Voilà.
I've just been out-haggled completely. Merci,
Voilà.
monsieur.
Well, €15 for 5 framed pictures is still a bargain. But with the next guests booked in, will any of this land them a good review? It's the height of summer in the beautiful Andalusian hills. And there's an air of excitement around Ray and Yvonne's boutique hotel. They've spent months helping bride-to-be Rachel plan her big day in a foreign country.
Oh, wow. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh, it's gorgeous. Cool. Yes. Oh, yes. Isn't that beautiful?
Look at the back as well.
Oh, it's lovely.
So I've got all embroidery on the back.
Oh, it's stunning. To be the only person outside of her family and her guest that's seen the dress, I just felt that was really special. It was a very special moment for me to see that beautiful dress. She'll look lovely in it.
Over 80 guests have been invited for the ceremony and a 3-course wedding breakfast. So the pressure is on.
A little girl passed out. The heat. She's fine. She's fine. Her mum's with her and she's fanning her down.
It's 7 p.m. Time for the guests to take their seats. And for the groom to take his place. The moment everyone's been waiting for is finally here. This has been a year in the making for Yvonne and Ray, and they're in the wings to witness Rachel tie the knot.
We have gathered here for the marriage of Rachel and James. On their behalf and of their families, we welcome all of you and warmly thank each of you for your presence here today.
Quite emotional to see, you know, people getting married in your garden.
It is now my joyful responsibility to acknowledge your union as husband and wife.
Oh, it was very pretty. I think it was really a nice gathering, and under the palm tree, it just makes a beautiful setting.
For the very first time, I give you Mr. and Mrs. James and Rachel Taylor.
I am a big sot.
You cried all the way through our wedding.
I did.
Probably what you knew, what you were letting yourself in for.
Yeah, tears of...
Tears of, oh my God, what have I done?
No. I thought the bridesmaids were looking good.
The ceremony has gone without a hitch, much to Yvonne and Ray's relief. And now the celebrations can begin. Meaning Ray has to get down to the bar.
I got the speeches and the dinner, then we've got to lay out all the bar with the glasses because they'll all come tearing down here, demanding their drinks.
But the guests still have to eat, so Ray is making the most of the calm before the storm.
I think I deserve a beer, don't you? Shall I have a beer? Cheers.
But back at the hotel...
Sí, bueno la ceremonia, o posible aseos.
Ivon is finding it much harder to relax.
I will have a quick look at the tables because I haven't seen them. I'm sure it looks beautiful, but I just want to go and have a quick look, make sure they turn the fountains on, because they may not have done.
The hotel's Alhambra walled garden has been transformed for the wedding breakfast, prepared by the caterers.
Oh, wow. Oh, that looks amazing. Doesn't that look beautiful? Oh, that is just so pretty.
But it's still not perfect.
They've put the umbrellas up this side, and that's the side that's going to have the sun. They should have asked me for the light, because this is shadow now, and that will have full sun. And they've got all the umbrellas up this side and all that side. Never mind.
When she's in the zone, she'll stay away. Because it's so easy to ask for something at just the wrong moment.
With the dining area perfected, the food is served. Caterers have made a 3-course wedding breakfast for the guests. And Ivon has made a special dish for the children.
You can call them goujons. And they're all hand done, so it's all free-range chicken, coated in egg and breadcrumbs. So literally, they were made 10 minutes ago. They look good enough to eat, don't they?
And now Ray and Ivon can breathe a huge sigh of relief.
This hasn't been necessarily the easiest in terms of organisation, but we've managed, and in the end, you know, it's turned out, well, it's turning out lovely. Asked me at 5 o'clock in the morning after the disco and the 1 o'clock sandwich bar whether it's all gone well.
And as night falls, the party begins. And Ivon can finally let her hair down.
Definitely get the old hips going.
Masturbator, boss.
But with a hotel full of wedding guests drinking into the early hours, will Ivon still be smiling in the morning? Next time, a disaster in the kitchen.
Oh my God,
Can the newest bar in Javier run a successful service?
If we don't get our food right, it could really close us.
Can Ivon and Ray handle a packed paella party?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It has been quite stressful today. We're very tired. We've only had 2 hours sleep. It's all part and parcel.
And the thespians bringing drama to Bordeaux.
And again.
But will a new baby scupper all their plans?
We fail or we float together. It is all hands on deck.